In round 3 of the Malaya Environmental Systems Offaly Senior Hurling Championship, it was Shinrone who would face off against Seir Kieran at St Brennan's Park in Birr. A huge match for both sides as they look to get some much needed points. Shinrone drawing the last day against St Rynagh's, with Kieran getting their only win of the campaign against St Rynagh's on the opening weekend. It was Kieran who started off the better, with Joe Bergen with a lovely score off the stick to give Kieran that early lead. Shinrone were quick into the action. They got the ball in the corner through Donald Markham, who set a good hand pass away as far as Jason Sampson. Sampson, under slight pressure from the Seir Kieran backsmen, blasted beyond Owen Coughlin in the Seir Kieran goals. It was to and fro earlier on, but Shinrone started to gather momentum early in this game. There's a fine score for Shinrone coming off the hurl of Dara Cleary. Shinrone started to edge ahead and were playing the more comfortable hurling, with Michael Cleary excelling at centre back. He set a good ball up the field as far as Del Markham, and Del Markham this time cut it inside onto his left hand side and fired over the bar. Shinrone had continued to impress. They were moving the ball well as they looked to blitz Clarion early, as Adrian Cleary collected the ball under no real pressure on the sideline and curled over a beautiful score over the bar to maintain Shinrone's dominance. After that impressive start for Shinrone, leading after 10 minutes and looking quite comfortable, it was Sean Cleary who collected the ball out around the middle of the field. He cut back onto his left hand side and fired over a beautiful score from distance. With Shinrone racing into an unprecedented 10-point lead early in the first half, it was Seir Kieran who looked to one of their talismanic corner forwards, Adrian Hines, to get a much needed score. Hines, who had been going well in the championship, got a ball turned in onto his right hand side and fired over the bar. Seir Kieran were looking to slowly creep their way back into the match as the ball worked up the field. Once again it was Hines who broke onto the ball. He was racing through and fired an unstoppable shot beyond Conor Cleary in the Shinrone goal. A brilliant goal. Seir Kieran now had started to eat their way back into this game. They trailed by 4 at half time, despite Shinrone having dominated for much of the half. But just after half time though, it was Shinrone who struck first blood. A quick ball finding the way into Sean Cleary. Sean Cleary took on Brian Mulrooney and slotted back to the back of the Seir Kieran net. That would prove to be a hammer blow that Seir Kieran would fail to recover on, with Shinrone starting to play some lovely hurling once again up front. They moved the ball well, and this time the ball ended up in the back of the net for the third time. And with that, Shinrone were judged to have won the game. So after some careful deliberations by referee Richie Fitzsimons and his umpires, the goal stood for Shinrone, and with that Seir Kieran's hopes were soon fading as they looked to Joe Bergen once again to try and get them back into the match. He got a good point from play, but time was running out for the men in black and amber. Shinrone continued to run at that Seir Kieran defence, this time Dara Cleary showing a good vein of form in this game, and he got yet another score for himself in the left corner. So Kieran continued to press forward, and Packy Mulrooney, who came in, got the ball in as far as Adrian Hines, and Hines this time forced a good save from Conor Cleary at one of the string of excellent saves the Shinrone goalkeeper made. Saving that goal, Cleary was happy to see the ball going over the bar as Shinrone just got a reprieve. It was Shinrone who continued on the attack once again, running at will in one of their most dominant performances they've put in the Offaly Senior Hurling Championship, and that was another fine score going over the bar for the men from Shinrone. So Kieran continued to attack, and Packy Mulrooney, who came in at midfield at half time, he stole through the Shinrone defence and fired a lovely goal to the back of the Shinrone net. But with that, it was to be Shinrone's day as Richie Fitzsimons, the referee, blew the full-time whistle for a much unexpected Shinrone dominating performance. Shinrone 3 goals and 26 points, Seir Kieran 2 goals and 16.